So I'm going to explain CCCP. CCCP was a black, I've explained this before and there's lots of video on this. CCCP was a black man. He ran around Africa. I had given Africa, or they had an air base in Africa. He took it over. This is what he would do. He had little young boys because he had killed all his warriors or whatever, taking over cities and towns. And what he would do is he would go into town and he would shoot the magistrate, shoot the cops, and then he would basically get all the women. He would have all the women brought in the town by his little boy soldiers. He'd have these little 8 to 12-year-old boys. And he would line up all the women, even all the way down to 6 years old. And I guess you'd have to pick up the little 6-year-old to put them on his dick. Anyway, then he'd line up, and I think he'd probably be doing methamphetamine or something like that. So maybe smoke some meth. And then his dick would get all nice and hard and full of his juice. And then he would give each one a pump. And then sometimes on the last one, what he would do is he would take his gun out, his Luger, and he would go down the end and he would shoot 2 or 3 of the women. And his little boys would make sure that nobody moved to help the women. They would just sit there and die. And basically he would just sit there and continue. And he would he would see if she tensed up. And if she tensed up, then he knew that that one was his and would be with him forever. Anyway, that was CCCP. Yeah! How sick is that? Like, that boy is whacked. Anyway, yeah, that was CCP, and he was a black guy, self-proclaimed. He'd also take women and be like, or men and be like, "Where is your God? Where is your Lord?" And he'd be like, "I am right here. I can save you." And then he would knife them. Anyway, just about the whole world considered him a problem. When or where or how he was going to be a problem. I believe he's actually in Korea right now. I'm not exactly sure. He's that black guy next to Jim Con-yen or whatever. Maybe. I'm pretty sure he might be that black guy. I don't know. Anyway, though, about like when he was younger, when he was like 20 or 30 years old, he might be that black guy in Korea right now. That he's hiding like a bitch ass in Korea because everyone wants him dead because he was so psycho. Because you just go down, and sometimes he would take the gun out and he would shoot the crowd a little bit. And make sure nobody would move. If they moved, then they got shot. He wanted absolute domination of a male. Because that's how, I don't know. Like I say, he was so far, like, he... basically, when he was 15 years old, he had got his first aid card. And he wanted some candy. He didn't have enough money, so he went down there to get candy, and there was a German behind the desk. And the German gave him some candy. He said, "I want more." And the German said, "No." And so he shot him. And so then he saw a car, or a girl, and he wanted that. So he shot him. Anyway, he spends like 30 years just going around shooting them. Anyway, sometimes he pretends to be a German or whatever. Anyway, I don't really know. Anyway, he shoots them. So, and he drove up to a nice white house, and he walked in, and he found out he was a town magistrate, and he shot him. He would shoot every man that he ever met. Anyway, I don't really know. All I know is he was running around Africa. He went to America, and he shot him. He shot her, and he raped her. And he went to college, and he raped her, and then he was going to fail a test, so he shot the teacher, or shot him, or beat him up. I don't really know. He's a black fuckhead. Like I said, pisses me the... 100 trillion years. White star line. From the sun to the planet Earth to 800 galaxies is what my existence is. And so he shot him. Was going to come up to me and shoot me or kill me. Like, your existence is this big. My existence is like I say, I did not become Lucifer, the Lucifer, White Star, by shooting people or just showing my domination. No. Anyway, I don't really know. Like, I have worked hard. I've invented hard. I have a lot of great people. I have people from Germany. I had people from Germany to Spain to Russia to Australia to America. I have 800 other galaxies and like at least 100 or at least 400 other planets. And so I shot him was going to ruin my existence or ruin the existence of my planet with a couple other people. Anyway, Cccp, they basically got up to about yay big, but realistically he was just running around. He was like, I wanted to build another car, so we kidnapped a British person. And we forced him to work. And I gave him some black women, because I have all the black women I want. I don't want black women, he said. He would say, I wanted Irish woman. I want French woman. White woman. Anyway, I met him, kind of, sort of. Or at least I found out what his deal was. I was like, what's this guy's deal? Oh, never mind. I was like, oh, wow, whoa. It's like, whoa, oh my fucking God. Like, he was like, I am king. He would go around, he would be like, I am king of men. I am God of Black of Africa. Anyway, he was like, he would go around, he was self-proclaimed God, self-proclaimed this, self-proclaimed that, self-proclaimed prophet. Realistically, he just had a gun in his hand and be like, anyway, anyway, that was CPPP. CCCP. Anyway, he was going to kill JFK too, anyway. He was going to go shoot him. Everyone I meet, I shoot, he would say. Anyway, that was your black tribal African anaconda, you know. I ordered his death, I believe. Like I said, he was a psychopath. Like I say, when he would line up the women, you know, in the town, you'd have him bend over, and then he would do his little thing. Like, I created humanity, and that's what it leads to? You know, it's just like, oh, wow. 100 trillion years, and this is what I get? Oh, damn. I want my money back. Damn. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, there's video of everything. They removed it from TV because, so I shot him. He was going to write a bad story, so I shot him. Like, all I can say is Africa, blackness, bend your head over in shame. Like, wow, that's this CCCP, black. This is what you get. Like, so I shot him. I gave her 3 pumps. Like I like to make fun of him because he was such a pain in the fucking ass. He would have like 15-year-old kids and 12-year-old kids flying aircraft. My German pilots would go right up next to him. It's like, it was an 8-year-old kid flying that aircraft trying to shoot me down. That's it. And he would just like, and my pilots would just like nick the wing, and they'd go, or they'd come across the tail, basically, and just go, and you know, and then you know this kid would go, or something. The black guy didn't give his pilots parachutes, of course. He expected them to die, of course, because if they came back, he would shoot them. Anyway, yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.